Dear, I had a dream one day on how to unite people, specifically my people, and it was based on an ancient African system that structured us and made the family the cornerstone. This family structure, if it's set back up properly, which in we bring people into the family, get them oriented into the ideal and structure of what the family means, then we can restore what was lost. We live in a system that controls all aspects of activity. It has been codified that these activities exist on 9 levels, and accordingly, not in any order, just based on alphabetical expression, these 9 levels of control are economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. When these 9 aspects of human activity are dominated and controlled, the people in that are its prisoners. When they came to Africa, they did not attack Africa physically. They attacked it spiritually. Spiritual attacks on the family look like this. Hey, brother, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I heard something about you in the streets the other day. Yeah, what you hear? Man, they say you telling on Ray Ray. Yeah, well, Ray Ray broke in Auntie's house last week. Well, the code on the streets, man, and snitch is a snitch. Well, that's my Auntie's house. What do you mean? Well, the code is I gotta blow you away because you told on somebody. Well, what do you mean, brother? That was our auntie, our family. I don't care. The code is more important. What other people think is more important. You brought shame on me, you embarrassed me, and you embarrassed the family by extension of that, by telling that Ray Ray broke in our auntie's house. And that man will blow his brother away or outcast his brother. Not because of the act that he did, but because of how it made him feel or it makes other people think. So it's peer pressure. So that's an idea that we're dealing with minds that have yet to evolve into men. Men don't think like that. When men are challenged with problems, they take a step back and they look at it. They examine it. They question it. And then they see if it holds up. Men like things that hold up. Don't give me something that can easily be taken away or defeated. I want mine to be something that it was a challenge to take away. And that's what we need to get back to, is finding that which is unremovable from our lives. For example, integrity. Integrity doesn't allow a thief to get away with anything, because the one who's practicing integrity, he will never steal. So when he sees a thief, he's repulsed by it. He hates it. God put us on a course because he wants us to come to the place to where we hate evil naturally. We're in a state to where we agree with evil. We make evil out to be a little pet or something that is necessary. They actually have a thing called necessary evils. And we got to be aware of that. There is no such thing as necessary evils. Evil comes only by way of what man manifests in his mind. So when the family is attacked on a spiritual level, there is no resistance or reluctancy for me to not kill you, because it satisfies my purpose in life, which is to live for everybody else, to impress everybody else. And once I got you on that level, I got you confused, I got you divided, and now I can come in for the physical onslaught. I could wipe y'all out. Y'all won't even mess with each other. Some sisters and brothers don't even look at each other, much less talk, a hug. He tried to hug my brother, who's now in his 40s, with a alcohol problem and whatever else he got going on, and he's recluse. You try to go in and help him out, he get to pushing you away. Talking about he don't like that. He got this old white girl up the street, whatever the case might be, and how much of a man he is, but he won't even look at his kids in the eyes. That means that he's running. There's a spiritual disconnect that destroyed him on a level where he can't even see another soul that came from him and greet it properly. We just talking about greeting the soul properly. That's your son, your daughter in there, man. Go over there and say hi. Yeah. So we know what a spiritual attack on the family looks like. We got a bunch of neglected kids. We have a system that's full of foster children. Black kids, to be specific, and black people do not adopt black children. So you got a bunch of white kids taking up these black kids from our neighborhood and doing God knows what with them. We need to put back our system of empowerment. We need to put back a defense system that protects our women, that informs us of the situation that we're in. What's the mission? What's the goal? How do we protect ourselves? Where is places of refuge? What about food resources? These are all things that happen when you sit at the table with your family. We start to think on that structure. And then Ray, who was going to blow the brother away, now he's thinking on another level. He done traded that gun in for a pruning hook, and now he's out there gardening. You know? Now the one guy who broke into the house around the corner, broke into Auntie's house, he's now our gardener. Or he paints the house. He was a good painter. Or he's good with his hands. He fixes things like doors and garages and stuff like that. See, you bring out the internal qualities when you actually sit down and you use love as the conversation controller. When you use codes, moral codes, as the guy, not this leader, not the guy sitting at the head of the table, or you call him. No, we don't need a leader. We just need something to get on board with that we all respect and we all feel like we created and supported. Some people would say that's how God was invented. We had to create something bigger than us that keeps us in check. So we need God to aspire at. What is God? All of us together. Where two or more are gathered together, I am in the midst. God manifests when human beings come together and think in harmonious vibration with each other. Let's go. I'm not disrespecting nobody when I say God was invented. I'm just saying the power of God is invented when human beings come together. Now, of course, there's something sustaining the heavens and the earth. But it says that power is within human beings. I have not read a religious book yet where it says that it was outside in the stars and the quasars. It always references itself to us, and it works for us. Let's get to it. So, in closing, we have come up with a philosophy that addresses the underpinning of all religious jargon, if you will, no disrespect, or philosophies or ideologies or theologies, whatever the case may be. Whatever medicinal science you have extracted from these books to heal humanity, we're saying we followed that same line of reasoning and we extrapolated from the Quran and the Bible. And I believe it was mentioned in one other book, but those two books in particular, the story of Joseph. May peace be upon him. But the story of Joseph is unique in and of itself on account that in it, all of the events that transpired were completed within the context of that story. There was no event that took place that was incomplete. Everybody found out why they went through it, what they went through, and the blessings that happened as a result of it. And with that, I'm saying that I can find the anatomy of human behavior In this book, the structure and the internal workings of what's going on within a human character can be discovered and analyzed and defined. And just like Huey P. Newton says, power is the ability to define phenomenon and make it act in a designed manner. So if we can define the human behaviors and the characters within our narratives, then we can understand something about how to make it act in a designed manner. Control the chaos.